Squad, the biggest change since Season 2 for WWE SuperCard has been announced. And seriously, you're going to want to strap in, you want to buckle up. In fact, you might even want to double up or triple up, because this new information is pretty tough to take in, but damn, it's going to make the game more interesting and easier to play. I am really excited for the potential this has. But I'm not going to dangle the carrot in front of you and then take 10 minutes to explain it. We're going to get right into it. Smack that like button as hard as you can if you breathe oxygen and you're hyped yourself, because I bet there's some people who are. Subscribe to the channel and turn your notifications on, because all this huge news is going to be coming in over the next couple of days, and hopefully we'll get the first ever reveal of a Vanguard card. Yes, that is the first tier name that has been revealed for Season 6. And I want to know, first of all, your prediction for one of the tier names. Not all three, just one of the tier names, and what you think of Vanguard, and then also what you think of the changes. So, moving on from Vanguard, moving on from the tier names, we're now going to talk about Fortifying. This is the brand new way to train in WWE SuperCard, to go one step further than the pro. You may remember this in the last couple of videos. I've been talking about Beyond Pros. This is Fortifying. But to get to that point, I need to explain everything else for you. So I'm going to read it direct, because it's intense. If I can suggest one thing, and that is keep your attention to this for 1 second. Whatever you're doing, stop, listen to all of this. So if I explain it, you'll understand it. Otherwise, this is just going to go straight over your head. So, from SuperCard, they published this, and it's best I just read it all out to you and I can explain it as I go. Cards, they're rectangular. Sometimes we put planets or spiders or subways in them. Nice little shout out there to Cataclysm and the subways being WrestleMania 35, although nothing to SummerSlam. Come on, guys, come on. And starting with 3 debut tiers in Season 6, you'll be able to break the cards. Levelly, that is. Is that even a word, levelly? A new way to make your card stronger is coming this November, alongside a host of other new features, mechanics, and wrestling stuff. Again, I don't understand half of these words, but it sounds cool. Next, it says, for roughly a quadrillion years standard internet time, nice joke, haha, you've been able to combine 2 of the same card in order to make a powerful version of that card, which we all know as being pros. Next season, you'll be able to combine 2 of the same card to create a pro, and then you'll be able to add on top of it to fortify it. You can fortify your pro with duplicates to make up yoked up versions of that pro. So basically, you can just stack the pro on top of each other. So you'll make a pro, then you'll have Pro Level 1, Pro Level 2, Pro Level 3. And I'll explain in this how you do it. You're basically breaking through the old cap that was originally there, where you had a certain level to get to. Now they're taking it one step further, and then another step further, then another step further. But to go into more detail, the first big thing, and some people are going to be really happy about this, me included, okay? Season 6 will not feature any new enhancements or tokens on cards. They don't even have slots for them. So when you get your, let's say, Dolph Ziggler card for Vanguard tier, you'll get that in, let me just guess the Vanguard is the first tier. When you get that, there is going to be no token slots, no enhancement slots. There will be no Vanguard enhancements. However, for any tiers Season 5 and below, the enhancements and the tokens will still exist. They say we've been monitoring use of both of these components and believe that the game has outgrown them. Thank you. So awesome that they are listening to people. The meta has been stabilized around the same ability tied stat buffs for a bit, and that means there's just not a ton of customization out there. So enhancement and token slots are toast for Season 6 cards. Just to clarify, for Season 6 cards. Another big thing, if we go to cards now, I'm going to use Where is Undertaker? I just got him. Yeah, here's Undertaker, right? This Undertaker card. If I go into improve, you have to do matches in power, toughness, speed, and charisma. No more. You just need to play X amount of matches. So just imagine this as power, toughness, speed, and charisma, but in just one bar. You just have to play, I don't know how many matches. It might be all 4 of those combined. It might be 200. It might be 300. It doesn't matter how many games you play, as long as you max out that one bar. It doesn't have to be power, toughness, speed, or charisma. You don't have to worry about the randomness where you've got one female in wild mode and you keep playing and playing and playing and you can't get that one speed stat to pop up. You don't have to worry about that anymore. All you gotta do is just play a game. Done. Perfect. And I love that because that is so much simpler than it has been before. The worry I have is that anyone playing in Season 5 tier, like Season 5 or Season 4 tiers, is going to be so confused when they get to Season 6 tiers. I hope that they address that because that could be a big problem. But I'm happy being a Season 6 player as soon as the game launches. But just a potential problem from my brain immediately thinks Season 5 players who stay in Season 5 tiers are going to be so confused when they get Season 6 tiers. The next thing is leveling. So levels will go up to 100 for Season 6 cards and 105 for pros. It says this is the sum of a lot of work behind the scenes here to address specific feedback on cards. We're streamlining how matches play to make it easier for players to get their heads around when and how to pro. We've also refined some inconsistencies in leveling to make it more predictable across the board. So going back to Fortifying, in essence, it allows you to move beyond a pro cap of 105 levels. Take a pro, get a single card of the same type, you add that on top of the existing pro, and that gives you Fortify 1. So you've now got a more powerful version of your pro card. Think of it as if your pro card has just taken some supplements that might be slightly questionable and now has much bigger muscles. It's going to be a little bit more powerful. Then you can add another one on top of it and then another one on top of that. Where there's a maximum of 3 you can add on to it at this point in time. And that limit of 3 is only for launch. They may add others on in future tiers. It definitely seems that they're going to be pushing the stat barrier even further with the new tiers that are coming up. So many questions, just so many freaking questions right now. So they've got a specific example here, and it says, let's just say you have a Becky Lynch Vanguard card. While you're playing, you can collect another single Lynch Vanguard card. You train both cards up to 100. You play 100 matches on for each. You combine them, and they make a pro. Awesome. Then you add another Becky Lynch to the mix, and it doesn't need to be leveled, doesn't need to be trained. Just literally smack it into the pro Becky Lynch you've already got, and you've got a fortified Becky Lynch level 1. And whether you fortify it once, twice, or 3 times, there's going to be visual elements, it says, that are going to be able to show you which level you're fortified at and how strong your card is. I'm imagining getting a level 3 fortified pro is probably going to be very, very difficult unless you are literally the luckiest person alive, or you are just hammering packs left, right, and center. I don't know exactly how it's going to work. It might make getting certain cards, maybe the pull rate, being much lower. We don't know yet. I'm just speculating. But I would imagine there's going to be some changes to make the experience a little bit better and not as hard as it would be in current tier. It also should, in theory, extend the life of tiers, especially the first ones, because you can just have stronger and stronger and stronger cards. They say we're pretty excited about the flexibility and new heights of power this new system brings to the table, and personally I'm excited for the simplicity and to give you a chance to test it out. The Thanksgiving promo, which we've mentioned, featuring Gobbledygooker, will offer way too many Gobbledygooker cards, giving you the chance to fortify in a slightly less competitive setting. So some people have suggested that this is the end of Heroic. Actually, this probably makes heroic even more of a necessity. It also means that they could add less cards into a tier, because there's no point having like the Ascension if no one wants the Ascension. So why not stick to the more popular characters and the more popular superstars, and have people be able to make multiple fortified versions of, I don't know, I was going to say Dean Ambrose, then he doesn't work for the company anymore. Seth Rollins, for example, and The Fiend, instead of Lince Dorado. Nothing against Lince Dorado, but, you know, he's not the most popular superstar. Or Kalisto, you know, we could just avoid Kalisto, that'd be great. And Johnny Gargano as well, that nobody. Yeah, those two can just stay out. Cool? Sweet. Since then, they've been answering questions on Twitter, left, right, and centre. In fact, one from myself. For starters, when you check how many matches you've played, you'll have 4 distinct milestones that you'll need to play through, which is similar to how it is at the moment. So you do 10 games, you hit a milestone, 20 games, you get another stat boost, 30 games, 40 games. It'll be exactly the same with this, but obviously it'll be different requirements. So it might be 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, or whatever. It'll be four individual, maybe it'll be 25, 50, 75, 100. That probably makes more sense. Some clarity on the enhancements on tokens. Existing tiers below Season 6 cards, so WrestleMania 35, Cataclysm, SummerSlam 19, for example, will still have tokens and still requires 40 matches per stat, plus the board will still drop enhancements for those tiers. Now, I've done a little guide for fortification, so this, I hope, is going to make things so much simpler. So, here goes. If you have 2 of a normal card, you can train them up just as you do now, and you combine them together, you make them a pro. Let's just say you're playing Road to Glory and another one comes along and you're like, whoa, awesome, I've got an extra card. You can then add that in straight away. No leveling required. Just add it straight into the Fortified Pro and you'll make it a Fortified level 1. Let's just say you're unbelievably lucky in the same Road to Glory, you actually get another one. And then you find out that the heroic undercards are the same card. And you're thinking, oh my god, this is amazing. You add that second one, it gets to Fortified level 2. You add that third one, it gets to Fortified level 3. And that is the maximum, that's the most powerful level you can possibly get out of that card. But it'll absolutely kill any other cards that are similar, but not at that third fortification level. Hope that makes sense. Further on to that, they have confirmed that pros can be sent in as 2 cards into the fortification system. So let's just say you've got Becky Lynch Pro, Becky Lynch Pro. You put this Becky Lynch into this Becky Lynch, and it will be a fortified level 2 instead of just being 1, because it will be a pro card, not a single card. To clarify, this only works on Season 6 tiers. So it's not going to work on SummerSlam 19. It's not going to work on Cataclysm cards or Titan tier cards. It only works for Season 6 cards. To clarify as well, you won't need to level or play any matches on the additional cards. Once you've got the Pro, you can just add any card into it. And the question I just had answered on Twitter is, do you need to play additional matches at every fortification stage? So would you have to play, I don't know, 100 matches for a Pro, and then 100 matches for a Fortify 1, 2, 3... Nope, as long as you've done the first original 100 matches before you pro the card, every single one afterwards is just cumulative. You just keep leveling, keep playing, and you won't have to worry about playing games. It should just all happen naturally. The only time you need to worry about playing matches, and a certain amount of matches, is the original 2 singles to make the pro, which is what we have to do anyway. So that is the brand new Pro guide, and I am so excited to see how this all works. I think the Gooker event's going to be big, but I've got a feeling that anyone who opens loads of packs is going to get, like, let's just say the Neon level, the middle level tier, so not the beginning tier in Season 6, but the middle tier is going to be just full of people with like level 3 fortified pros from all the people who are just opening packs on packs on packs. So I think it's going to be real cool. I love the fact that tokens, enhancements are all going away. I love that all the matches are being compressed into one thing, so it's no longer confusing. I know that's something a lot of players, especially new players, absolutely hated because they just didn't understand why their cards weren't as highly leveled up as someone else's and as powerful as someone else's. And I know that existing veteran players hated the idea that they'd have to play 200, 300 matches just to make sure every single stat was up to maximum. No more. And I love it. So leave me your thoughts in the comment section down below. You have been awesome as always. Also let me know your one tier name prediction and what do you think about the name Vanguard for the tier. Personally, I think that Matt Hardy has had a say in this tier name. I personally think we need to get a Goldie tier in because Ciampa is not going to be impressed if we don't. Goldie tier, Goldie tier, Goldie tier. Smack a like on the video if you're hyped and you breathe oxygen. Subscribe to the channel and turn your notifications on for all Season 6 info you need. As soon as we can get our hands on it, a guide is going to have to go up to make sure everyone knows how to do this. These are by far the biggest changes since Season 2 to the way that the game is played, and I welcome it big time. Obviously, we need to see the finished product before you praise it to the moon, but the way it sounds, it's only good things. And we've only just started going through the information. Who knows what they've got left to announce. So, yeah. I've been SuperZombGBBQ. You've been awesome. And I'll see you in the next one.